Would women feel more comfortable with a guy giving his number rather than ask for their number? It's so refreshing when men offer their number. It totally changes the mood of the conversation from "give me what I want" to "here's what I would like to offer you." Not only does it make women feel more safe, it also shows confidence. Yeah. And a good sign of the kind of energy they'll bring to the relationship. It is amazing when someone completely respects your boundaries and doesn't push for more than you're ready for. Yes, 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 and yes. Like, this is a huge green flag. Like, I don't have to feel pressured into it and being scared to say no. You're showing maturity and understanding with that action. Not me catching feelings midway. BC, this is so rare, lol. Like, not real romantic feelings. But definitely I feel happiness connected to you. Don't mind me, and if you show a chill personality, bonus points. I don't like feeling pressured into immediately stepping into flirting and stuff. If a man my age approached me with nice vibes and giving me his number, and I was single, I would 100% contact him. I would want to keep him near me, or at least analyze what species he is. And if there are more of them, it totally works. I went up to a woman who just had this amazing vibe at a cafe and tried to apologize for interrupting. No headphones. So I figured it was okay to at least say hi. Introduced myself quickly, gave my email and phone number, and said if she was interested in talking to send me a message and let her get back to her thing. After texting a bit, we realized that we didn't have much in common, so it didn't go anywhere. But she said I got tons of brownie points for being respectful, confident, and making her feel safe. When I was working in a bar, I had quite a few guys ask me for my number over the years. It always made me uncomfortable cause I felt like if I said no they'd get all but that and not tip me, so I would always just act coy and never really turn them down. I barely remember them. They left no impression on me, but there were a few guys over the years who did leave an impression. They were the ones who didn't hit on me while I was actively serving them, but instead waited until they had paid up and were about to go. They were polite, offered me their number, and said if I was interested to get in touch. They were confident and put the ball in my court. I'm telling you, if I wasn't already happily in a relationship, I 100% would have given them a shot. There's just something about a man respecting you that makes you want to let them disrespect you. Oh, that last sentence popped off. I love it. Yes, absolutely. At least for me, it makes me feel more comfortable with them instead of feeling like I have to text them. Would absolutely recommend doing that. It also shows what a gentleman you are. My current BF gave me his number instead of asking for mine, and it immediately made me feel more comfortable / safe around him than other guys. Yes, I've had a guy leave me his number once, and I had a boyfriend. I was working, and he didn't know me, and I never minded that a bit. There was no pressure, and although he may have been disappointed, he wasn't out anything for trying. I met a dude once at a work event. We both worked for radio stations. It was a festival. We chatted throughout the day, and when I said goodbye he gave me his number on a slip of paper. I texted him thanking him for being so sweet, but I had a BF. But we could be friends. We are really good friends to this day, and through him, I met a group of amazing people, one of which hooked me up with my first salaried job. Yes, but don't try to force it. You always have to have a nonchalant attitude about it. Like, hey, here is my number. Text me and we can talk about getting together, or whatever. Of course. Hopefully my post didn't come off that way. I offer my number, not force them to take it. That would be very counterproductive, lol. I would prefer to receive a number over giving mine. It gives me more control over the interaction. Makes me less anxious. This is hypothetical though, since it's never actually happened to me. My number is 867 to 5309. Jenny, is that you? I did this a lot when dating. Even old. It worked out quite a bit. There's two things I would also lump into the strategy though I sometimes casually mentioned. Don't worry about playing the waiting game. I don't mind if you text me today, in 3 days, or in 3 minutes. It's cool. I noticed this helped remove pressure off women and made them feel more comfortable breaking the texting ice. Be ready to have a clever comeback for the women. that take this approach as an insult. A lot of women interpret you giving them your number as you're too good for their number or you're being too lazy to text them first. Be ready with a decent response to them, grab her number instead. That would just be a big red flag and I wouldn't want to date her anymore. P.E. people are silly on the surface. Don't break her heart, go get that number equals. Definitely takes the pressure off somewhat, not being put on the spot. Yes, I always advise guys to do this. It means you give her the choice, and she can either trash it, or take the plunge. If you ask for her, she may feel uncomfortable and pressured. It can be scary for women to just have some random guy approach them. She may also give you a fake one. And guys are known for testing it right in front of her. Then there is the risk that comes if she says no. Women have been attacked for saying no, stalked, harassed. Give her your number and move on without making her uncomfortable is definitely the best way to go. I just did this a few days ago, and it worked. She contacted almost immediately. Not long after, she ghosted me. Nevertheless, it works. Feels Bedman. Yes, 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 so much yes. Yes, it makes you seem much more confident as well. If you ask someone for their number, it can put a lot of pressure on them, because they don't know if you're going to end up being cool or not, and now they have just given you a way to contact them, and some people will abuse the hell out of that. However, if you give them your number, you're basically saying, hey, I'd like to talk to you again, but if you don't, that's cool. I'll leave it up to you. I would imagine girls feel a lot safer, and it makes you seem a lot more respectful, since even if they are not interested, because there's no actual rejection or awkward situation typically, you just probably won't hear from them again, and that's okay. I always offer to give my number to girls I'm interested in, rather than ask for their number. If she contacts me, then we move on from there, but if she doesn't contact me, then I know pressuring her into giving up her number would have been wrong. IDK if they feel more comfortable, but when I was a bachelor, I would give girls my number, because if they text or call me first, it shows they are interested, and I'm not wasting my time texting a brick wall. This is exactly why this is the best move. Please do this. I really think this is an effective method. I'm a woman and I will 100% feel more comfortable if someone gives me their phone number and I have the option to text them. I do the same thing. I give men my number if I'm interested and give them the option to text me. Some have, most haven't, but that's okay. I think that everyone should adapt this sort of method so that people don't feel pressured to give out their number if they are unsure. It's a great approach. Far too many women can tell you horror stories of guys when they get rejected. It is refreshing when a man does not pressure us into giving them our number. As a woman, I find this more comfortable than me being the one giving my number. But TBH, the most comfortable approach that I personally like is when we both exchange numbers. So we both can text each other if we want, and when we want, and when one of us gets a text from the other one, you exactly know who is texting you. If someone did that to me, even if I wasn't particularly interested in the dude who gave me his number, I would give him a chance just for being respectful. 100%. And actually, I probably would end up falling in love, because if he's respectful enough to not come across as forceful, he's probably extremely kind and respectful all around. Wait. You will ask the girl for the number. It's since forever I give mine instead of asking for it. It gives the ladies more agency, and if they are really interested it will show. But this works for both sexes. Give. Don't ask. I usually panic and give someone my real number because I don't know what else to do, and then I have regret. This would be awesome. A+. Yes, I would much prefer this approach. Thank you for being considerate toward women in public spaces. That's 1,000 times better. And if she says no, don't make her take it anyway. Thanks for asking.